Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 8 of Kerbal Space Program Hardercore. I'm kind of admitting defeat here to an extent. I think with all the restrictions I've put on myself, I'm just not going to be able to make any significant progress in any reasonable amount of time. It's one thing if I was just playing on my own and just grinding through the stuff for the challenge of it, but I don't think it makes for especially interesting viewing. So I have raised the money multiplier from the hard setting to the medium setting. I did that by editing the save file, and not as big a thing as I added another set of contracts that a guy on the forum pointed out to me that adds what were they? Unmanned altitude records and stuff. So I think the time has come to quit screwing around on this and start making some actual progress that might be of actual interest to somebody who might be watching, rather than all of these piddly little things. So. Altitude record of 18 kilometers. We will do that. Let's see, no science out of there. What was this one? Did this require unmanned? I don't know if it requires unmanned. Escape the atmosphere. We'll hold off on that. So we're going to go for the 18 kilometer one. I don't want to get too... okay, turn the music up. Maybe a little loud. We'll see. I can turn that down in the editing process. So, Gear Bay 909. Landed at Kerbal. That gives me 8. I'll do that one. What the heck? Start with this. And what is this engine? It's pretty big, isn't it? No, it's just right at that size. So I need to get to 18,000 feet. What if we stuck 2 of these in here? Gives me 4,700 delta V. I think that's plenty. Whoops. Whoopsie. I don't know if that's sufficient to hold that on. I don't know. Probably don't need that many batteries on it, but what the heck. Parachutes. Let's stick 2 parachutes on it. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to bring any science along. I guess we will. I guess this thermometer. We'll see what we do at 18,000. All right. That looks reasonable. Oh, we need a support thingy. Hopefully this antenna is not going to come off. I could look a little nicer there. All right. And I'm planning on bringing all of this back down and recovering the whole thing. So what am I missing here? I have my parachutes, I have my antenna. Oh, I need a longer range antenna probably. Well, this goes to, maybe I don't. It says a 500 kilometer range. Okay, so I'm good. All right, call it good. Build vessel. Build vessel. All right. Oh, we need to call that something else. No, bugger. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah. All right, once more. See if we can do this without screwing it up. Rename. There we go. See how hard's that? We'll call this the Sparrow. No, that's always my manned one. What do we call this? We'll call this the Vol 1 for no particular reason. Okay, roll it out. Ding. Okay, and let's go forward a bit until there's some light, because it might be of some value to be able to see. And morning. Okay, we need to get to 18,000 feet, and we don't want to get too much higher than that. So in case there's additional I guess that's big enough. In case there's additional records to be set farther up. Okay. Kind of like a stormy morning. I think there's a mod that adds weather. I might take a look at that. All right. Turn on the SAS. Throttle up to whatever. Probably a little more than that. There we go. Back off the throttle a bit, I think. Contracts off. What's this? Okay, so we resolved that one. Bing. Coming up through the clouds. Everything's looking pretty good. We want to get 18,000 on the apo-apsis. Thought I made those larger at one point. I don't recall. Text looks a little blurry. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Oh! Oh, that's kind of nice. All right. Looks like we've hit enough of this. Probably ought to like veer this thing over the ocean, shouldn't I? Oh, we are over the shore. What am I doing? Am I just an idiot? Don't answer that. Okay, so we're just flopping around. And all right. There we are. There we go. See? There's our communications link. Things are looking just ducky here. Kill the engine. Let's see if there's any science we can do whilst here. Oh, I guess we have to aim God knows which way first. It's because we're tumbling. Situation report on the probage. Yeah. Log temperature. 0.3 science, yeah. Pressure 0.2. So not a lot of science out of this, just apparently we've done this before. Let's see. Probably ought to keep the speed under control here. So we'll be able to get the parachute popped. Whoops. God damn it. Sticky keys. We hates it. Everything looks like it's... I need to turn that off. Which I redid my computer here a little while ago, and I got to reset everything. Everything was reset back to default, so... Right, that looks decent, right? Parachute through the clouds. Contract complete there. Okay. So now we can start seriously thinking about doing something other than just wanking, basically. So very nice, very nice. So we can do some time acceleration here in the interest of brevity. How we doing on a little fast for my... Oh, we can just fart out a little bit of this stuff and we'll go nice and slow. Get down a little farther. Just fine. All right. Recover. So we gained a grand total of 6 science. We recovered our funds, and we got a lot more. So now our funds are recovering. We're actually going to be able to do some of these expansions. Now, by changing what I changed, it didn't change the costs of these things, I don't believe. I have to go back and see from a previous run what that was. But I think I just increased the money. The money I get, not the money that... I think that the cost of these is dependent on the penalty multiplier, but I don't recall for sure. Okay. We can't quite launch a satellite yet because we don't have solar panels. Cockpit, Poodle Max. Oh, geez, 16 science for that. I almost can't really pass that up. And that one is nothing of any value. Now I think the see, what did I turn up music, right? Got everything turned down so low. What was I saying? I think the amount of reputation you get. I think you need to get to a certain level of reputation before that starts unlocking some of the different missions. So that's our next one we're going to do. We're going to escape the atmosphere. So that's going to be a relatively easy thing to do. And I think at the same time, I'm going to add this poodle test. All right, yeah. Okay, so this, I believe, can probably already escape the atmosphere. I think it can. I think it can. 33, yeah, it can. Surely it can. Surely. Oh, alright, I've got one of those. Alright, what do we have to test? This thing. Now, can I? Can I do something like really weird, like put this here and put this engine here? Will that allow? Is that allowable? Looks like it's allowable. I don't want to give it any gas. Well, it doesn't have any oxidizer anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. But we should be able to include that as part of the test, just like that. I think. So we'll have that do its test while we're launching this other mission. Starting to get some of those universal storage things are going to be available. Those are pretty cool. I haven't actually messed with them yet, other than just in sandbox mode to look at them real quick. But it's a mod that some fella or group of fellas or gals have done, and it's just really neat. All right, core drill. Let's see, we're not going past 500 kilometers, so we don't need a Communitron. But, you know, I'm gonna take one anyway. So I think I've had enough of my one wrong move and I completely destroy the space program phase of playing. I mean, I think we can say that we've got past that phase now, and I think I can kind of rationalize that we don't need to be at that point anymore. We've got past the experimental phase, and now we're moving more into some stuff. So maybe our funding has gone up a bit. The Kerbal legislature has loosened the purse strings a bit. I don't think we need anything else, except the off chance that I don't have enough gas. I certainly got to 18 with plenty, so I think we're okay. And then I had to do my whatever spastic dance when I was trying to steer. All right, good enough for who it's for. Let's go here. We'll build this vessel. Build the vessel. Okay, and we are going to call this guy. We'll call this Vol 2. This is the second mission of the Vol series. We'll skip right ahead to this one. I need to be keeping an eye on these mission links, or these contract links, before I just willy-nilly start warping. Now that... Alright. Roll out. And my recording Bandicam here says that I've been doing this for 45 seconds. Or 4 minutes and just under 5 minutes here now, and I think it's been a little longer than that. So I'm wondering if that sticky keys thing screwed something up. So hopefully this is all going to record okay. Would be a shame if it didn't. Let's get a daylight launch. Not that it's hugely important, but being able to see is occasionally of value. Alright, launch. Alright. Turn on the SAS. I believe we needed a little more throttle. Oh. Gotta do it this way. Alright, all of our things are going to go here. We're going to go up, and we are going to take this thing out of the atmosphere. That's the plan. And we did get our contract for testing the Poodle. throttle back a bit so we don't be wasting fuel pushing through the dense part of the atmosphere. Start a bit of a roll there. Or a pitch over, I guess, not a roll. I really like these clouds. I'm pretty sure that's a mod. I don't think that's the the stock game that has those. All right, let's pitch over a little more. And try not to flip over. No, trying to orbit with a unmanned probe is going to be a little challenging because we always have to have a communications link to the Space Center. So I have to do all of my controlling while I have that link. Let's see if we can really start knocking this guy over. We're gonna, our apoapsis is at 50 some. I think it's got to be just over 70 for an out of atmosphere. And I think we're okay. Why don't I have my, oh, I guess they are. I don't have my engine stuff set up for whatever reason with the Kerbal engineer. Okay, we've got it. Let's see where we're landing. Looks like we're landing over here, but it'll be slightly less. I'm going to keep some of this. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot again. Doggone it. We're going to have we're going to have to re-enter the atmosphere, so there's going to be a certain amount of explodey type stuff going on. So yeah, done. Oh, we can at least get something going on here. Situation report. Transmit. We better transmit stuff because I think I'm going to burn the damn thing up again. All right, we've gone far enough. I just need to slow himself down. Golly. I wonder how is the best way to do this. I think there's not much chance I'm getting this thing down without, well, I've just not coincidentally made it to where losing my ship is not a disaster. But still, it's not going to be painless. Let's see, I've got a certain amount of delta V. There it is. I thought I had another thing. Well, maybe it was in a previous lifetime I had stuff set up with the delta V and whatnot. We're still coming up. Alright, we are going to bun up. Bun. There's not a great deal of doubt in that. We're still going up. We're going to go up for a little bit more. Alright, now we're starting down. What happens if I just do that? Oh, we don't want to do that yet. Wait till we're actually heading down. I think there's not much possibility of saving this, though. We're still accelerating. We're accelerating. Wonder how slow I have to get going to not burn up. I'll wait till we're a little farther down in the atmosphere before I do this. Or actually to the atmosphere itself, because we're well above the atmosphere. Alright, still accelerating. Boy, this thing's gonna fry like an egg. Well, I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep him from burning up. Probably did it too soon. See if we can use the engine and fuel tank as a heat shield. So I'm pretty sure those probes don't come with a heat shield. Yeah, we're going to burn. And even if we don't burn, we're going to be going too fast to lose the... well, maybe we're not going to burn. Maybe we are. But we're going to be going too fast to use the parachutes probably, even if we don't burn up. We're still accelerating and we're at 26, so... Temperature's climbing very dramatically. Yeah, I think what's going to be, it's not going to be the burn. Nope, it's going to be the parachutes. Maybe we can do it. We're slowing right down. I think we might be okay. Ha ha ha. Dumb luck. Okay, slightly less than a complete failure. In fact, actually it turned out just ducky, in spite of me being an idiot. Alright. Now we're going to start building up some resources and doing something interesting. 41,000, there we go. Let's do some time acceleration. And kind of wary about letting anything physics related happen while I'm under acceleration. And we have landed. Recover. Okay. 61 science. 48,000 of monies. I don't know where we can actually see how much of this. Now this, I've never really messed with these because I've never really seen a whole lot of point to doing it. This will turn some of our reputation into science. Some of our funds into science. Again, reputation into science. Take science and turns it into reputation. Yeah, I just never really seen much point in doing those. Okay, I'm going to pause right here and see if the recording is doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I think we're okay. So, seems to be doing something. I think it just stopped and started a new clip, so Hopefully it's all working right. Okay. I guess next, back to, let's see, we don't have any 61. I need to get, I think I may have jumped the gun on grabbing this, because really I need to get some satellites going before that. So I probably would have been ahead if I had grabbed electrics rather than the space exploration. Oh well, not gonna worry too much about that. We can't really orbit yet. Altimetry scan. Our scientists have suggested that knowing what the rock we're flying around looks like might be a good idea. Perform an altimetry scan of Kerbin's surface and report back to the answer of the ultimate question, where did I put my keys? Send an unkerballed vessel into orbit, reach 496 kilometer orbit with a 79.8 degree inclination, and scan Kerbin's surface with the scan radar altimetry sensor. Vessel Maxwell 1. Do I have to call it Maxwell 1? Well, that's kind of neat. That is very interesting. I like that notion of them saying that I have to call it a certain thing to, yeah, that we can't just throw a hodgepodge thing together to do several different missions, that I am doing this mission. That's cool. So we need to have the scan radar altimetry sensor. We need to achieve an orbit with blah blah blah, and we need to have it for at least 1 day, and the one scan of Kerbin at 50%. Okay. Can't do that yet because we don't have the gosh, every time I try to say that I lose it. solar panels. Every time I try to say solar panels, it's just not there. I don't know why. Okay, so we need to be getting some science here. Test the launch system in flight. Yeah, that's pretty good if I could get it going at that speed at that altitude, which I'm not terribly confident I can do. A probe into orbit and stay in the orbit for 40 minutes. $14 science. Now the thing about it, about doing an orbit with an unmanned, apparently they want me to do something there. See, here's Kerbin here. Is as I go up with my orbit, I have to have all of my everything that I do to make it an orbit has to be done before I lose line of sight with the Space Center, which means I need to do a higher orbit than you might otherwise do. So. And then I don't have any solar panels. It would just have to be batteries. So it would be essentially a throw it up and then it turns into a rock. A decoupler. Why do I get 16 science for doing a decoupler? Let's see. I got all confused here. I moved stuff around. There we go. Right there. Well, I suppose I ought to do it, though, because I need the science so that I can get solar panels. But I think I am probably over time with this, considering that we had an interruption and possibly, hopefully, that first half or third of the episode recorded, and hopefully this piece of it recorded. So I think I'm going to maybe cut my losses here at this point, if I've lost anything, and put it all together and see if I have an episode there. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.